the Member States and ALCO Secretariat, led by the Secretary General, for placing great emphasis on these vital and challenging issues that require solutions and observations through our collective wisdom, while remaining consistent to our shared objectives and individual interests. At this stage, I would like to echo the words of His Excellency the President, Mahinda Rajapaksa, who at the 50th annual sessions in Colombo said, I quote, "It is vital to ensure greater effectiveness with regard to regulatory mechanisms at the international level in recent issues, in respect of issues which are of immediate concern to many of our countries in Asia and Africa. Money laundering, gun running, human and drug trafficking are linked to international terrorism, continue to pose serious challenges which call for a prompt and vigorous response by the international community." End quote. We have no time to lose. We must all move forward with renewed vigor and commitment to initiate meaningful actions to combat crime and uphold the rule of law. Therefore, I propose that all Member States take the lead and urge the Secretary General of ALCO to identify specific additional issues that need to be included in the agenda for next sessions. The agenda items for the current sessions include environment and sustainable development, law of the sea, challenges in combating corruption, role of the UN Convention on Corruption, special study on the statehood of Palestine under international law, extraterritorial application of national legislation, sanctions imposed against third parties. My understanding is that most of Member States of ALCO have different and at times contentious views on these items in the agenda. Therefore, I believe that ALCO is an appropriate forum to deliberate on these issues to reach common grounds, consensus, and pragmatic solutions. The relationship between ALCO and the International Law Commission is also of crucial importance, considering the pivotal role played by the ILC in the world stage. Sri Lanka has always appreciated the work of the International Law Commission and closely followed their progress. Current topics deliberated at the Commission, such as extradition and prosecution, protection of persons in the event of disasters, and immunity of state officials from foreign criminal jurisdiction, are of importance to all states. I would like to emphasize that Sri Lanka is well aware of the sensitivity and complexity involved in such issues and would endeavor to strike a balance between international relations, justice, and human rights, as well as state sovereignty when articulating our positions. International trade law is always an important subject to be included in fora such as this due to many reasons. There are vast developments in international trade and international trade practices that requires the law to be updated at the same speed of such developments. This is a subject vital to our governments in shaping international trade and relations. I am of the firm opinion that ALCO is an eminently suitable forum to deliberate on current issues of international trade law. United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea was ratified by Sri Lanka in 1994. Sri Lanka made its submission in May 2009 to the Commission based on the Statement of Understanding. Sri Lanka has been informed that due to the workload of the Commission, it might take years to consider our submissions. It is imperative that the sittings of the Commission must be accelerated to dispose of all pending submissions expeditiously, even if it requires the Commission to sit throughout the year, since vital economic interests are at stake. I seek the indulgence of distinguished delegates present here today to announce that Sri Lanka is gearing up to launch an international arbitration center in Colombo in the year 2014. Developing Sri Lanka as a regional hub in relation to allied services was identified in 2010 national budget on a proposal submitted by me, considering the potential in the legal sector and professional standards prevalent in the legal services. The International Arbitration Center will be an independent and professionally managed entity which will provide facilities to enable international companies to resolve any commercially related disputes. I call upon member states of ALCO to encourage the respective chambers of commerce and industry and entrepreneurs to consider Colombo as their next destination for arbitration. Permit me to take this opportunity to announce to this distinguished forum that in 2 months' time, Sri Lanka would be hosting the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Colombo. This would be a historic occasion for our nation, as this would be the first major prestigious event Sri Lanka is hosting after defeating terrorism that ravaged our country for more than 3 decades. Therefore, I request the participation and cooperation of all Commonwealth states represented in ALCO to make this event a grand success. In conclusion, Madam Chairman, I wish to implore all member states of ALCO to take all measures required to ensure the vigor and viability of ALCO. It is of utmost importance that member states of ALCO are successful in enhancing the cooperative spirit of this institution